Good Saturday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Saturday, March 4th. Wow. What a day. Record-breaking, historic day. And it was because of that low pressure system that kind of hugged the Ohio River and brought some record-breaking low pressure. And that's why we had all the incredible wind yesterday. We saw it coming. I don't know if anybody was listening, but man, yeah, I recall that yesterday morning and the day before, we were talking about the possibility of 70-mile-per-hour winds. It happened. In some cases, the winds got even stronger. Thankfully, no tornadoes around here. There was a destructive tornado near Paducah yesterday. I just want to read this to you, just to show you how incredible, or tell you how incredible that low pressure system was that brought the winds yesterday. It was a new record setting low pressure system at 981.4 millibars. The old record for Bowling Green was 983.3 millibars, and that was in 1973. That was the lowest pressure registered for Bowling Green, but yesterday broke that by a couple of millibars. Pretty incredible. Wind damage all across the state. There's still people hundreds of thousands without power still this morning. Thankfully, we didn't lose power here at home, but Sam is still off the air. Sam went off the air about 2 o'clock once I finished up severe weather coverage on the Sam channel. And the transmitter site went out just about 2 o'clock, and it's still off because I monitor the radio station in here and can reactivate if I need to. But if the transmitter goes down, there's no electricity to it. I can't do anything. So I don't know when Sam will be back on the air, hopefully today at some point. But I got to tell you, man, our crews, Warren RECC, BGMU, Kentucky Utilities, all the Penny Ryle, all of those. Whew, what a job. They've got a big, big job to do. And so the linemen that are out there, the workers, everybody trying to get power back on, a lot of cases, they're having to reset poles, having to dig new holes, put in new poles, restring the wires, and get electricity back to you. So you guys just be patient. I know it's hard. Some of you are burning the candles at both ends, and you got your oil lamps out and auxiliary power if you have that. Some of you have generators, and so it's almost like a bad winter storm or almost like a hurricane. And if you'll recall, I said the winds could reach Category 1 hurricane strength. Well, that 981.4 millibar low pressure yesterday was the same kind of strength that a Category 2 hurricane could have. Not necessarily the wind strength, but it was awful close. It was a very deep low pressure system, historic for us. It'll go down on the records as a very incredible day. The winds have finally died down, and I'll show you all that right now. So let's check out the radar and the satellite view. As you can see, everything's fine this morning. We've got a little blanket of clouds stretching up from near Cincinnati down I-65 to Bowling Green into the Nashville area. But behind that, west of Bowling Green, the skies are clear. So we're going to see a few clouds to start out this morning, and then skies will become sunny. It's going to be a beautiful day, and the winds will be rather calm, almost non-existent. Um, and that's good because we had some incredible winds yesterday, which I'm also going to show you here in just a second. I know a lot of you are curious as to how that panned out. Let's show you the 10-day blender for those that don't want to get into all the details. So I'll get this out of the way first. 60 was our high yesterday. No, 60 will be our high today. The high yesterday for Bowling Green was 74, which was 18 degrees warmer than the average of 56. So we've hit that reset button. We're back to closer to where we should be for this time of the year for temperature. Tomorrow we'll warm it up into the mid to upper 60s. And then here we go. Another really warm and breezy day, hopefully not as windy as yesterday. On Monday, mid to upper 70s. Then we see the reset button really being hit. And this time, I think we're going to be uh, more settled into the kind of temperatures we should have for this time of the year, which is in the 50s and maybe even a few days next week, running just a little bit below the average of 56. So you see some low 50s in there, some mid 50s. That's going to be, excuse me, a lot better. Wow. Oh, it's so unprofessional to sneeze during one of these things. But it's just me and you, and I apologize. At least I'm not spraying you, okay? This is, it's on video. But yeah, the winds and this time of the year does this to me, and it's always very early in the morning. So, you guys, there we go. Oh, I can't help it sometimes. It's just like, okay, here it comes. I'm going to try to hold it back, but I don't think I'm going to be able to hold it back. Boom. All right, let's check some of those numbers from yesterday. Again, a historic day. This is pretty incredible stuff here. I'm going to see if I can make this bigger so that you can see it. Now it's not letting me because it's from a web page. Actually, it's from Twitter. Okay, these are the recorded. I'll just read some of these off to you. Maximum winds recorded yesterday in the Louisville National Weather Service area. So here's Bowling Green, 69 at the airport. That was the highest recorded wind gust for the day, 69 miles per hour. 72 was recorded, I believe that's going to be the Mesonet site up near the Corvette plant, 72 miles per hour. There's a 71, a 62, there's a 71 in Franklin, 61 in Morgantown. You may look at this and think, these are temperatures. Nope. These are wind speeds in miles per hour. Incredible. There's a 69 in Campbellsville, Taylor County yesterday. 79 miles per hour, a wind recorded in Louisville yesterday. Crazy, crazy. 50s, 60s, and a few 70s. There was one place, I can't remember the name of it, but I kind of glanced through some of the numbers. There was an 80 mile per hour wind gust, or an 83 somewhere in Kentucky yesterday, but 79 on this map is the highest. Again, a very historic day, a record setting day for lowest pressure coming through and the highest winds. I can remember the remnants of Hurricane Ida. Remember that? Gosh, how long has that been? 10 years ago or so? It was the remnants of a hurricane that came through and blew through. Yesterday, the pressure was a lot lower than that remnant hurricane that blew through at that time. It's just, I'm looking at some of these numbers and it's just crazy. And at your house, I mean, you probably have some damage of some sort. Insurance adjusters are going to be working hard along with the power companies the next couple of days, just trying to get things back in order and figuring out, where to go from here. It's in a lot of ways a lot worse than a tornado because at least a tornado will do damage in a certain little path. Even if it's a wide tornado, it's in a path and it's in a section, leaving everything else alone. But yesterday, those kind of winds didn't leave anything alone. And it's just crazy. All right, but not crazy today. You can relax. The winds of yesterday are gone. Here are the current winds as of 5:42 a.m. on Saturday morning. 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah. And it's all coming out of the northwest. Calm winds. And I think that's pretty much what we're going to see today. It is colder, as we said it'd be. 40s, where the blanket of clouds are covering much of central and eastern Kentucky this morning. But where the skies have cleared, remember I said west of Bowling Green, the skies have cleared according to satellite, and that allows these temperatures to get a little bit colder. So mid to upper 30s west of Bowling Green here at 5, almost 6 a.m. in the morning. So it is chilly, and it was getting chilly after that last little batch of rain came through, and then the sun came out, and the winds just blew and blew and blew. And I thought, God, when is this going to be over? Then it got colder and colder. So, yeah, it's going to be a chilly start to the day, but it's not going to stay chilly. We're still in that zonal flow, which I've been talking about for a good time here, and it's going to stay with us for a while. Here's a look at that zonal flow, which continues to show up on our maps this morning. And the good news is we're going to continue. If you like the warmer trend, we're going to keep that. Now, notice here is that departing low, which remember, I told you that the new record low pressure in Bowling Green yesterday was 981.4 millibars. Lowest recorded low pressure for Bowling Green. But look at it now, it's at 988. So it's weakening as it moves into New England. And here's another low, but look at it. It's almost, that's nothing. 1,011 millibars. That's a weak low pressure system. See, the numbers, once they go down, it's stronger. Once they come up, the higher the number, it's weaker. So the higher the number for high pressure means the stronger high pressure it is. So that's just to clarify all of that. Winter is still locked away to the north and will continue. We've got a good looking weekend here. All the wintry, nastier weather is going to stay well to the north of us, as you see over time. Here we go into the rest of today, into tomorrow, Sunday, looking good. Now, there comes a rather stronger, I should say, low pressure system right there across the plains as we get into late Sunday night. That's going to cross through the plains. We'll see where it goes. Then it gets a little weaker. There's a couple of, there's nothing really going on. And after yesterday, that's good. The flow here is going to continue to be warm. I don't see any major systems coming in for the next several days. This is exactly what we need. We don't need anything else to come our way like we had yesterday, because it's going to take a while to just get everything cleaned up. You're going to hear buzzing chainsaws today for sure. with the weather being calmer, much nicer, not as breezy. In fact, the winds will be near calm today. So if you've got to get out and do some cleanup, today is going to be your day for sure. Sunshine, high pressure in control. You can see that everything just kind of stays pretty quiet here. Here we go into Sunday. We do see a front of the north, but it just dissipates. No rain or anything major. Warm front is going to try to warm us up again. Once we get into Monday, we'll go back into the 70s. Here comes a system, but it goes south of us before it produces any rain, and we get some overrunning shower activity, light shower activity. Once we get into maybe Tuesday afternoon and evening, then we have one of straw effects with these little disturbances. Look at all the snow and the cold from a big system, big high pressure making it cold for the plain and the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes by Thursday. But we'll be warm enough at just some basic rain. Nothing big here. I still don't, I mean, it's going to cool down as I showed you in the blender, but it's not going to be so miserably cold that we're just like, okay, winter's back. And I don't see any really very windy systems coming in. So I don't foresee any days like yesterday was anytime soon. Severe weather threat is gone. The heavy rains are gone. The winds are gone. Whew. That was a day. That was a day. Hopefully you were aptly prepared. That's what I feel like is my responsibility. My job is to give you heads up, warn you what possibly could happen, and then when the outcome is it's going to be what it's going to be. It doesn't always follow what we forecast, but we hopefully that we get close. But the thing used to be, oh, I need to be right. I need to be right. It's not that anymore. I've learned a long time ago. It's about preparedness. It's about giving you all the possibilities of what could happen and step by step, hoping and even praying that it doesn't happen. But in that case, you're prepared and you're not coming at this with fear and trepidation, you're being scared. The fear factor can cause you not to think clearly. So hopefully many of you followed my advice and were paying attention to your phones, paying attention to the weather radio, paying attention to me doing these updates and the live updates and just, you did. I mean, in this world, in this time, it's almost like, what can we do to prevent this from happening? There's nothing. There's nothing you can do, despite what a lot of climate activists and different ones will say. Well, if we just quit driving gasoline cars, quit burning fossil fuels, these things will stop happening. That is a freaking lie. It's just a bold-faced lie. You cannot stop weather. You can't. I don't care what you do. And that's the one thing. Actually, there's two things: love and weather. Those two things you cannot stop no matter how hard you try. Okay, I've gone long enough. I've almost gone 20 minutes. I didn't mean to do that. So weather stick is blue today. Whew. Thankfully, we're out of the red and we're good to go all weekend long. God bless you. And my heart is with you. For those of you that's got to do a lot of cleaning up and stuff today, man, I hate that. And hopefully those of you that are watching on your phone, you still don't have electricity. Hopefully it'll be on soon. And hopefully this report gives you some peace, that all of that is now gone for a long time. God bless you. Thank you for watching and listening. And I'll be back here tomorrow morning.